Welcome to Transforming Human Consciousness. I am Kayvan Gayola, and this program is sponsored by the Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of Claremont. Transforming Human Consciousness is dedicated to the understanding and celebration of the oneness of all humanity. This is the pivotal teaching of the Baha'i. Today, I have an opportunity to introduce you to singers and songwriters, to Baha'i singers and songwriters who use the powers of music and the Baha'i writings, the sacred texts, in order to transform the hearts. I'd like to welcome Cynthia Norris. So
Thank
nice
you.
to have you. And Patrice Henderson. Have known her so many years, and it's wonderful delight to have you here, Patrice.
It's my
and
pleasure.
Cynthia
Thank you.
coming. Let's see. My understanding from the Baha'i writing that music is considered to be the ladder of the soul.
Yes.
And obviously words, the sacred text, transform the heart. We put these two together.
Yes.
And music intensifies our feeling.
Yes. We understand music to be food for the soul.
Food for the soul.
And as a result of that, that puts a lot of responsibility on the artists that produce the music to minister to the souls and to be accountable for the type of input that we have in people's lives. When I sing a song, when I write a song, it's always I have in mind to touch your heart, touch your soul, exalt your spirits, to have you feel joy, to touch your emotion.
So is it correct to say that since human beings, actually based on my understanding of the Baha'i writings, we have the two natures, we have the animal nature, we have the spiritual nature. And depending on which one we visit, which one we bring out, we become it.
It's true.
So music can help us become one or the other.
It's true. Yes, actually I see music as reflecting the attributes that we are, that we manifest as human beings, and we can find courage in a song, we can find joy, love, good feeling, and we can also find fractured spirit, we can find crassness, we can appeal to the baser nature, and it's quite a responsibility to stay positive, to stay even keeled. And I think one of the things that Baha'u'llah says is that moderation in all things. This applies to all artists.
So it's a tool.
Yes, it is.
It's a tool, like the tool that the surgeon holds in his hand. You can heal, you can kill.
Yes.
And for example, in war time, we use music, right? And the purpose of it is to become more ferocious and destroy with more force.
That's true.
So
that's true. And then times like now, when have this wonderful audience and we're on your show, and we want to touch people's hearts, the first thing that would occur to me is to sing something from the word of Baha'u'llah to prepare the hearts, mine, yours, and to touch the spirit.
Become close.
That's right.
Our spiritual nature.
Yes. Could I sing something for you?
I would love that. And I understand at the beginning of Baha'i meetings, we start with prayer.
Yes.
And is that what you're going to do?
That's what I want to do. Okay. Yes. Okay. This is from the writings of Baha'u'llah. Blessed is the spot and the house and the place and the city and the heart and the mountain and the refuge and the cave and the valley and the land and the sea and the island and the meadow where mention of God hath been made, and his praise been glorified. Ay, 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 ooh, 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 ooh.
Obviously, it's heavenly, and you have a heavenly voice.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. Motivate music to this piece.
Actually, I do not. It is a song that I've written since I was a little bitty child, and it's written in it's in my heart, in my soul. Baha'u'llah wrote the words. It is a prayer, one of the first prayers that many children learn, and it's applicable everywhere. As a matter of fact, I just sang it at a Martin Luther King program in Palm Springs.
Right. You were born in a Baha'i family,
Yes,
right?
I'm third generation Baha'i.
Okay. And Cynthia, you discovered the faith by yourself.
Right, back in a little town in Iowa when I was just graduated from high school. Yeah.
You don't seem very far from that.
Yeah, about how many years ago? About 25 years ago, actually. That's okay.
That's wonderful. And you write your music and your songs, and then you use also the Baha'i writings?
Right, yeah. When I was first investigating the Baha'i faith, I had read somewhere in the Baha'i writings about the role of music in spirituality, and I felt so inspired to try to compose the music that would go with the Baha'i writings. And I find that really food for my soul, and I really find a joy in sharing that.
Can we hear one of your songs?
Sure. I was thinking about also sharing an original song too, that is really a part of my personal role that I feel is my life work, is sharing my personal experiences and translating that into something that conveys either a lesson or a meaning or something.
You're part of your soul and spirit.
Right. And this song, it's called It's a Butterfly Thing, and it's about transformation.
Metamorphosis?
Yeah.
Wow. That goes just perfect with our show. Transforming human consciousness.
Well, sometimes, we're going through a hard time. We don't really understand. We're in the thick of it. We don't really understand what it's about. But I really think that really is what life lessons are about, is to help us learn a different way, to help us turn within, turn to God, and to
come out
develop.
of our cocoon.
Right.
Yes.
And find out who we really are.
Okay. I would love to hear it.
Okay. We struggle to understand. We make the same mistakes. If we're lucky, we learn our lessons before it is too late. We all want to be in love, but it's hardest to love ourselves. We all want to manifest our sweetest dreams. Going inside to face the darkness is something we'd all much rather not do. There's so much fear in facing changes, but there's really not much else for me and you. It's a butterfly thing. It's a butterfly thing we do, we do. It's a butterfly thing. Our thoughts become the guards to the prison we create, to keep us safe from everything we have learned to hate. Oh, fear, and there's no door to where we really want to go. Surrender's the missing key to our release. Going inside to face the darkness feels like traveling in a foreign land without a map. But being brave can lead to healing. Transforming is a natural thing to do. Butterfly thing. It's a butterfly thing we do, you know we do. It's a butterfly thing. So let me share with you the process we must go through. We'll watch as we merge the spreading of our wings. It's a butterfly thing. It's a butterfly thing we do, you know we do. It's a butterfly thing. Discovering wings. It's a butterfly thing.
Yes.
Beautiful. This is beautiful. Let's go ahead and take a break. I would like to come back and hear where did you get the feel and the spirit for this song. It's a beautiful song, both the music and, of course, your voice too. I would like to ask our viewers just to stay tuned, and we shall be back.
Baha'u'llah. Baha'u'llah is a name and a title. It means the glory of God. It's the name and the title of the founder of the Baha'i faith. And Baha'u'llah teaches, he admonishes us, who are Baha'is, that a certain radiance, a certain joy, a certain direction, that is, becoming your true self, can be found, and I quote, if we immerse ourselves in the ocean of His Word and find all the pearls of wisdom that are hid in its depths. So as a Baha'i, I try to reflect those pearls of wisdom that are in the writings of Baha'u'llah. I expect to be a student for the rest of my life, and my goal will be to make a better world and to become a better person. And I look forward to this with great joy.
Towards thee, in the desert of walking in the path of thy service, anticipating thy favors, hoping for thy glory, and intoxicated by the wine of thy gift. Oh, my God, increase the fervor of His affection for thee, the constancy of His praise of thee, and the ardor of His love for thee. Verily, God was generous, the Lord of grace there is no other God but thee, the forgiving, the
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies blue, clouds white, And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how do you do. They're really saying, I love you. Your babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see the moon for me and for you, and I think to myself, you say, what a wonderful world. I see clouds, clouds of white, skies of blue, and I see you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of people who go by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Welcome back to Transforming Human Consciousness. We hope you enjoyed the videos you just saw. We're going to continue our conversation with our two wonderful artists, singers, songwriters, and Cynthia. This was a beautiful song about transformation. I'd like for you to tell us, where did you draw the idea? You said you used the writings to inspire you.
Right. Well, the Baha'i Writings, my understanding is that we're really here to know God and worship God, and that translates into knowing our nature, our spiritual nature, and our purpose, and it brings meaning to the difficult experiences of life. I've always believed that what I experience is there's a lesson in it, and there's a quote in the Baha'i Writings that really helps me. It's just one sentence. It's, "Hardship is the reality of mercy." And so when we understand that our hard times really are there to strengthen us, then it helps us to approach them in a different way, and it gives us hope. And that's what I try to convey in everything I write. Even the darkest depths of despair, there can be hope.
So it's a butterfly thing.
Right, because, well, and you know, the thing I like about the analogy is that the caterpillar doesn't know why he's in the cocoon. A lot of times we don't know why we're going through something. But on the other end, we find out, and that's what faith carries us through the of the unknown.
Yes. So have faith and just take the cocoon.
Right.
All your might and force, and your wings would be strengthened.
Right. And there's a process to that, just like there's a process of the caterpillar in the cocoon. There's this process that we're in, and we can only be at a certain level of our awareness that we're able to be at one time. So, you know, there's all kinds of levels of development for each individual, and we can look back and say, oh, did I do that? But hindsight's 20/20, right?
Yes,
I mean, we have to be patient with ourselves too. And
If we could only know, Baha'u'llah says, we could only know the end at the beginning.
right.
You know, something interesting in the car. She did a concert last year, and she did all the songs that she had written, from the early ones to the latest, and it just showed her transformation. It was and it was revealed to her as well.
That's wonderful. How about we just do another song,
Okay.
just so we make sure that we have time for that.
Okay.
I know you have something from the Hidden Words of Baha'u'llah. Is that what it is?
Right. This is a short verse from the Hidden Words, are a collection of short verses Baha'u'llah wrote about God's relationship to man. And this one is starts out, "O Son of the Throne," and it's I think he addresses our dignity, that, you know, we human beings are
station.
inherently have a very high station, and that's what he's referring to in this. Oh, Son of the Throne, thy hearing is my hearing. Hear thou therewith thy sight is my sight. Do thou see therewith that in thine inmost soul thou mayest testify unto an exalted sanctity, and I within myself may bear witness to an exalted station for thee. Thy hearing is my hearing. Hear thou therewith thy sight my sight. Do thou see therewith that in thy inmost soul thou mayest testify unto an exalted sanctity, and I within myself may bear witness unto an exalted station for thee.
That's most beautiful. Who is the melody, the music?
I composed that.
You compose.
Yeah.
Beautiful melody. It's beautiful.
you.
Very beautiful.
That's my greatest joy, composing music for the Baha'i Writings.
Wonderful. Wonderful. We have just a minute. I would like to ask Patrice, where does the thought of music in the writings of the Baha'i faith, where do you find information about it, and what are we supposed to do with music?
Well, Baha'u'llah wrote in the writings that music is regarded as a praiseworthy science at the threshold of the Almighty. And he goes ahead to ask us to use spiritual melodies to bring the earthly music into harmony with the celestial melody. Okay, as a praiseworthy science, we are to develop it to a high degree. We are to make sure that every child develops an appreciation of music and a practical means of expressing music as well, because of the power that it has over our souls, because it does moon our spiritual infrastructure, so to speak, and because it does touch the hearts.
Oh my gosh. When the combination of the two comes together, I mean, it's just absolutely, I don't think there's anybody who can deny by now in this world that music and words together, they can really take us to another world.
We can see from concerts where music can take us to a spirit of oneness and unity, and some of these things that musicians have done together.
Absolutely.
Or we can see something where concerts get out of control because of the
that's very true.
energy of the music.
You know, you guys are very powerful. We have to close this show, but I'm so glad that we have a second show to do together. So I'm going to ask our viewers just to continue watching. Our next show will be still with these two wonderful musicians. I would like to thank you for transforming human consciousness. In the meantime, if you have any questions, any comments, please feel free to contact us to Baha'i Faith in Claremont, which is P.O. Box 686, Claremont, California, 91711. And our phone number is 909-626-2569. And again, thank you for being with us.